Hi, it's Chris Titley here. As part of the Morgan's Conversations, I'm joined by Vik Bansal from Cleanaway. Vik, thanks so much for coming and welcome to Brisbane.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Beautiful weather.
Vik, can you tell us a little bit about Cleanaway, the business and how it operates?
Yeah, so Cleanaway is Australia's largest waste management company, and large basically means we have a market leadership position in every sector we play in, which is solids, liquids and health and industrial waste services. We operate around 250 regional offices around the country, about 115 prized assets, 6,000 employees and fleet of 5,000 trucks. So it's quite a big scale company. Obviously, as you know, listed on stock exchange as well.
And Vik, how long have you been with the business? And tell us a little bit about your background.
Thank you. So I started in July 2015. I have no waste experience prior to joining Cleanaway, but I'm an industrial background executive. Prior to Cleanaway, I was in the US being Chief Operating Officer of a company called Valmont. But Sydney, Australia is home for me. So.
And Vik, talking about market leader positioning in Cleanaway, how important is that?
I think more than the leadership position, what is actually more important is the scale, Chris. The reason why scale is important in waste management is there's a concept called operating leverage, which basically means a couple of percentage increase in revenue line should give you exponential increase in EBITDA, EBIT and NPAT and then cash. So when you have scale, because it's a high fixed cost, high capital intensive business, scale gives you an opportunity for an operating leverage. That is more important to us. Of course, leadership position helps because it comes with other benefits and responsibilities. But for me, more importantly, is to be having the right scale, in the right waste stream, in the right value chain. I think that's more important. And
with that comes recurring revenues. Can you talk about that in terms of your business?
Yes, that's good. Very good point. In our case, and most good waste management companies, 80 to 85% of the customers is contracted. And that contract could be, depending on the customer segment, it could be either 3 to 5 years or even 10 to 15 years. And in each one of those cases, you have an opportunity to actually take the price lever up if you want to. And that gives you recurring revenue. That's just part of the contract. There's no special thing to that. Inflationary, you can actually redeem the inflation from the customers, and customers are happy to do that simply because that's how it works. So there is a significant amount of recurring revenue which happens in our business. Higher the contracted customer, higher the recurring revenue. And
Vik, talking about innovation and technology within the waste game, it's quite a boring business, waste, but I'm sure there's a lot of high tech within that industry.
It is. So what we say nowadays is waste is new black. So that's the term I use. Technology in waste as yet is an enabler, not a disruptor, Chris. So we are at that point in this journey where it is the combination of multiple waste streams, multiple technologies, which is making technology quite a disruptor, quite an enabler. So what that fundamentally means is the fleet technology is very advanced now. The GPS technology is very advanced. The camera technology is very advanced, right? The process and the business, the ERP system, the linking of real-time information for customer service is quite critical nowadays. So all of those things combined is making waste sector quite fast, quite agile, very customer oriented, and that's why it's a massive enabler moving forward rather than
And Australia on the curve of that, are we behind, do you think, in terms of waste technology, or are we really adapting quite quickly?
I wouldn't say we are behind. I think we're adapting quickly. I think generally in Australia, technology comes after a certain amount of testing. Yep. That's just a normal nature. So we are watching quite carefully as a market leader. Some of our competitors are global international subsidiaries, and we are not seeing them any significantly advanced than us. So we are not that far behind, but we don't want to be spending shareholders' money on to kind of hobby projects either. We want to make sure it's a long-term differentiating leverage we can create. Otherwise, it's technology for technology's sake. Yeah? And
Vik, one last question. You bought Tox recently. How's that acquisition going?
It's been good. I mean, Tox has been quite a good strategic acquisition for us. It is in sector, in country, in space segment, in space acquisition for us. I have now confirmed that our due diligence was very good. It has been proving. We've had it now for 4 or 5 months. We have reconfirmed the synergies of $35 million, which we'll deliver in 2 years' time. So far so good, Chris, and I think we're very happy with the acquisition.
Vik, thanks so much for taking your time, and congratulations on what you've achieved thus far at Cleanaway.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.